Oh my god, everything is awful. What is this? Hey, what's up? Hello, my fellow bookish souls. I'm coming to you from the bathroom because I wanted to film a get ready with me video. Fun fact, I actually started filming this and completely lost my train of thought, and it was so hot and I was so sweaty because it's like 33 degrees Celsius today that I kind of gave up. So I've already got half my makeup on, but I'm gonna try again and keep talking. But layer 1 of foundation is on and I'm just putting some powder on my face and trying to talk about some things. Let's talk about some things. So the main thing that I kind of hope to have in this video is the concept of like girls and women and their relationship with beauty, and in particular relationship with like the concept of self-worth. So let's start this off with a little bit of a story about me and my self-worth journey. Look, powder all over my face. As a young teenager and then proper teenager and then young adult, have had a seriously troubled journey with self-worth and insecurity and self-confidence and those kinds of things. And I don't particularly want to go too much into it because I've never wanted this to be like a main point of my channel or the things that I talk about or a predominant, you know, part of this channel, because this is a booktube channel. But I will go so much as to say that I was a victim of sexual abuse for many years, many of my formative years as a young teenager. Nothing, oh look, cars or something in the background. Nothing over the top or particularly major. I will say that for the sake of anyone who might be concerned at hearing that. Genuinely, like, nothing serious. But it was enough to absolutely ruin my sense of my worth as a human being, shall we say. And I didn't realize that at the time because I was young and I didn't really understand even what self-worth was. But I had this idea that, I mean, like, I'm not going to go too much into victim shaming or anything like that because this is supposed to be more about appearances than about like seriously deep self-worth. But like, I spent all of my high school life not feeling like I was a particularly great person. You know, there was victim shaming in that I was like, I must have done something to deserve this, I must have done something for this, and that made me therefore think there must be something wrong with me as a person, which then kind of made me think I don't have any good qualities. And so then just all of these terrible things I would think about myself, and I would spew hatred on myself, and I would not allow myself to feel or think anything positive about myself at all. And I got this weird paranoia. And I know that a lot of girls do this, which is why I'm talking about it. We get this idea that if we think something good about ourselves, I'm not putting any makeup on here, I'm literally just talking, it's terrible. But anyway, what was I saying? I've forgotten. Oh, we get this idea in our heads that like we're not allowed to say anything good about ourselves because it immediately comes across as arrogant or vain, or like it becomes a flaw and it becomes a fault to think something good about yourself, which is just not cool to start with, and so harmful and so problematic and not true to end with. Oh, I'm still melting. So young me had all of those typical issues that a young woman would have, of insecurity, of this kind of prevailing culture of not being allowed to be proud of yourself or to think that you are beautiful, think that you are smart, think that you are talented, combined with the fact that I was extremely insecure, that I had post-traumatic anxiety and things like that, led to me just being a total mess. And the point of that is that like all of my young teenage years and pretty much all of my life up until I left home and moved to Melbourne, which wasn't even that long ago, was just wasted because I didn't believe that I was allowed to think good things about myself. And that's point 1 of this video, is just how ridiculously wrong that outlook on women, men, everyone is. That the moment you think something good about yourself, you feel like you're treading this fine line between being self-confident and being arrogant. The main point that I'm trying to make here is that I just, for the sake of anyone who is still out there who believes that, or even if you don't consciously believe that, might subconsciously be holding themselves back from believing good things about themselves. I just want to very passionately argue that that is a terrible, terrible outlook to have. I got completely distracted. I'm so bad at this. And I look like a lobster. Know that you're allowed to think good things about yourself. That's not arrogant. It is possible to be arrogant. I'm not saying that it's impossible to be arrogant, but it is seriously entirely possible to believe good things about yourself, to be proud of your accomplishments, of yourself, of your looks, of your abilities without being arrogant. Pause that thought while I actually continue putting some eyeshadow on. I'm really bad at putting makeup on. Random side note, I literally only just learned how to apply eyeshadow in a manner that I was happy with 2 weeks ago. I think I said that on one of my videos. I've literally only just started applying eyeshadow because before that I had no idea how to do that because I never did makeup as a girl. I do have one memory of one time when I tried to put eyeshadow on, and I was seriously young then, like maybe 8 or 9, and so I was like playing around with the kids version of eyeshadow palettes. It's like all crazy circus colors, and I put on some green eyeshadow because I think I wanted to be a wood nymph. And I walked out and my parents had visitors over, and one of the male visitors made some comment about me looking like my eyes had grown mold on them, and I was mortified, and so I like ran off and washed it off immediately. And even though that was a really simple thing and I probably shouldn't have let it get to me as much as I did, I let that stop me from putting makeup on for like, what, over 10 years? This is not a normal step in my makeup routine, but like I said, it's hot. So then, this literally is not connected to anything that I said before. Another thing that I get particularly passionate about, which seems to hold women back from believing that they have worth, is this concept of, or this like weird prevailing culture. I said that for the last thing, that women are in competition with each other. So that is thing number 2 that definitely held me back from feeling like I'm allowed to say that I'm beautiful, being able to say that I think I'm beautiful. This sounds so cliche. Suddenly I think I'm gonna jump into a James Blunt song or something. It's this feeling that if I do so, if I think I'm beautiful, then that must mean that I don't think someone else is beautiful, which is ridiculous, right? Like, that is a ridiculous thing to think. But it's still something that I think subconsciously we all struggle with, is this feeling that saying that you are something is like the equivalent of taking that away from someone else, so they can't say that about themselves anymore, or so that you are no longer saying that about someone else. I need to retie my hair out of my face because the reasons. So, flashback to high school me. I didn't have many friends I didn't have many friends in high school. I did have 2 very close friends. These 2 friends got it into their heads that I was more attractive than them, and I still think that's ridiculous because, like, these were my closest friends and I think they're the most beautiful souls on the planet, inside and out. But that is not really the point of the story. The point of the story is that they thought that they were less attractive than me, and many comments were made about how if they liked a boy in the high school times, then I couldn't be anywhere near them when they were talking to said boy because they'd be attracted to me instead, and like I'd totally foil their chances of getting attention from this boy, which we also know is ridiculous now because everyone is attracted to different things and there's something out there for everyone. Anyway, so comments like that, and young me was like, if I do think that I'm attractive, if I do think that I'm beautiful, does that mean I'm like, confirming these things that my friends think and say? Does that mean that I'm like rubbing it in their face or something, that like saying, yeah, I am more attractive than you, I do think I'm more attractive than you, so I'm sorry, but yeah, like, I'm not really articulating this very well and I've only got one eye of eyeliner on, which is not cool. So basically what the point of that little anecdote was the kind of stuff that can go on that will lead to you feeling like beauty is a competition. Because young me's sitting there like, if I say that I think I'm beautiful, I feel like I'm saying that people around me who say that I'm more attractive than someone else is right. Or I feel like I'm taking away someone else's right to believe that they're beautiful. And That was a very hard thing to overcome for a while because I was young, so I did genuinely, like, it took a while for me to figure out how to reason through that and to, you know, to come to that conclusion that me saying that I think I'm beautiful does not actually mean I'm saying that I think someone else isn't. And I know that's kind of a roundabout way of getting back to what I was literally saying at the start of this anecdote, but that's the truth of it, right? Ta-da! Back to what I was saying, it's hard for women to think that they're not in competition with each other, and it's hard for them to think that if they think they're anything good, they're not taking that away from someone else. And basically, I just want to say again how absurd that is, because seriously, like, humans are phenomenal, complex creatures with, I have eyeliner on my eyebrow. Lord knows why. All manner of faults, all manner of attributes. We've got good, we've got bad, we've got talents, we've got not so talents, and also to varying degrees. Like, I can say that I'm into art, and I can say that, you know, I'm okay at art. I can do some drawings here and there. I can also say that Olivia is fucking phenomenal at art, and that's okay. Because Olivia being phenomenal at art does not make my skill at art less. It just means that she's awesome at it and I scribble from time to time, and sometimes it's stuff that I'm proud of, and I am proud of the artwork that I do. And I'm also amazed, absolutely astounded at the artwork that Olivia does. The crux of all of this is that I moved to Melbourne and discovered this concept of feminism, started reading up about it, and honestly, I don't know what I would have done without that concept, because I never, ever, never would have figured out on my own that it's okay to think that I'm good at the things that I think I'm good at. It taught me how to be proud of myself. It taught me how to stop hating myself, and taught me how ridiculous the concept of victim shaming is for sexual abuse and harassment. And it taught me how wonderful all women are, and men. You guys, I'll give you some love as well. And, you know, our beauty and all the shapes and sizes and forms and talents it comes in, and the fact that it comes from inside, from within and without, taught me that. Sounds ridiculous, like I should have figured that out on my own. All of this stuff sounds so obvious when I ramble about it, but it wasn't to me as a young girl, and it wouldn't have been to me for God knows how many more years if I hadn't finally started doing some readings about what it means to be proud of yourself as a woman. I'm trying to put mascara on here. I have so much powder on my face because of how sweaty and gross all of today has been. Anyway, I have no idea if any of what I have said has made any sense at all. Anyway, I'm not trying to get into some kind of rant here. This is supposed to be the main thing of what I'm trying to say here today now is to all of my ladies out there, every single woman that I have met so far on BookTube, and also, even though you're not going to watch this, every single woman that I have met so far, you are all phenomenal. I think you are all the most wonderful, wonderful people I have ever met. You are smart, you are strong, you are beautiful inside, you are beautiful outside. Whatever the shape of your body, whatever the color of your skin, whatever the ability that your body has, all of that, you are beautiful. I don't care how much of a James Blunt song that sounds like. I actually nearly started crying then. This is ridiculous. You are phenomenal, and you deserve to believe that. You really do. Like, you deserve to think that you are wonderful. And the reason why I'm getting so emotional about this is probably because of how many years I have spent not believing that at all. But every single young girl out there who struggles with this feeling that they're not allowed to believe those things because of everything that I've said so far in this video, I just want to say how incredibly wrong that is. Like, that is so wrong. And I hope that if you still believe that now, you will realize how wrong that is. Personally, more than that, I hope that you have already discovered this yourself. I hope that if you can't now, at some point in your life, you realize how wrong it is to be afraid of being proud of yourself. And I hope that you realize that being proud of yourself does not mean you're not proud of everyone around you, and it does not in any way mean that you are arrogant. Anyway, that's the main point of this video. And I kind of have some makeup on. It's not very much, it's really bad. I can't be bothered doing anymore because I have been filming for half an hour already. I just want to say that this video, I wanted to film it for International Women's Day, but life is life and that didn't happen. Instead, I'm basically naming this as a Women's History Month related post. I would like to finish this video by saying, if something in this total rambling mess and watching me put makeup on is something that you liked, please, pretty please, go and check out Clara at Clara Reads Books. She did a video like this, another Get Ready With Me video, and go and check out Olivia's Get Ready With Me video as well. Both of these videos were phenomenal videos with very empowering messages and absolutely beautiful sentiments and words. Go and check them out as well if there's anything about this video that you liked. Probably you've already seen them, but I'm just going to shout out to their videos anyway. Again, happy Women's History Month, happy belated International Women's Day, and I'll see you very soon. Until then, stay classic.